Hello and welcome to The Build-Up from RamsTV. This is the show that gives you everything you need to know before the big game kicks off. We're back at Pride Park tonight, Derby County hosting Sunderland. And the Rams are still reeling from the news that Curtis Nelson will miss the rest of the season. The defender suffered a serious knee ligament injury against Watford at the weekend. Nelson's been an ever-present in the league since the start of last season. He's played every single minute of Derby's last 73 league games. Paul Warne has other injury issues to consider tonight too. You'll hear from the Derby boss in a moment. His side are looking to avoid a fifth consecutive defeat in the Championship. The Rams start the night just 1 point clear of the relegation zone. Sunderland, by contrast, are in the race for automatic promotion. They're fourth within 5 points of Leeds United at the top of the table, and they come into this one after earning a point at third place Burnley on Friday. There was a dramatic finish there. Sunderland Wilson Isidore saw 2 late penalties saved by James Trafford. Sunderland have already strengthened this month by bringing in Enzo Lefebvre on loan from Italian giants Roma, adding to a midfield that already features England under-21 star Jobe Bellingham. Derby, by the way, haven't beaten Sunderland in 24 years since Craig Burley's winner here in February of 2001. If you were looking for some inspiration. Well, let's get some more details on Curtis Nelson's injury. Here's Derby head coach Paul Warne.
Yeah, Curtis, unfortunately, and all our sympathies go with him. His season is over. He has damaged his knee quite severely. He hasn't seen a surgeon yet, so but yeah, he's got severe knee damage, cruciate. So yeah, he'll be out for a long period of time, which is a massive blow to the team and the club. But a massive blow to the individual himself. He's absolutely heartbroken, as you can well imagine, and he's one of them who's been cut out of granite. He's a real warrior, so I don't think he can believe it himself yet. So really sad for the dressing room. Yeah, and a massive blow for all of us.
He's played every single minute for you in the league over the last season and a half. He's been first name on the team sheet, I suppose.
Yeah, he's done. He's done brilliant for us, and like he's a really good leader and a really intelligent guy, which is good in the dressing room. You know, you can have a proper debate with him. Yeah, and it is a blow, and he's obviously forged a good partnership with different centre halves, but predominantly Cash, and I think he's helped Cash's game no end. But he's been colossal in both boxes for us, and I think this year especially, I think his playing out and getting out to Kane has been excellent. Saturday probably wasn't as good, but his knee was hanging off. So yeah, it is a massive blow. I can't wrap it up anyway different than that. And obviously, on top of the fact that, you know, Nat's missing and Cash has just come back, it's a.
Any other injury updates for us?
Not any updates really. David Ozo trained today with the group, which was good. It's his first day sort of on the grass. Ryan Iambi's a little bit closer, which is good. Corey Blackett's got a bang on his knee, which everyone could see when he got clean through and got wiped out, so he's in pain. We'll see how that calms down. Ibu's got a bit of an issue with his groin. So we have a few wary bodies, really. It's the nicest way to put it. So we'll put together the best way to attack a Sunderland team. But we do have a few issues. Some might turn out to be nothing. Some might turn out to be something greater. So it's probably too early on Monday to tell you any more than that.
No easy games in the Championship, as we know. But Sunderland, who I think undoubtedly one of the top 4 teams in the division, maybe top 2. How do you prepare for their visit on Tuesday night? Yeah,
really good. A really good team, obviously. Got a real youth about them, a real energy, a real pace about them. They've picked, you know, very similar team throughout the season. They've, you know, had dips in the road like every other team have, even in the top 6, but dealt with them really well. And, you know, we watched them play against Burnley Friday night. And apart from the first 20 minutes, they were probably the team in the ascendancy. They missed 2 penalties. They missed a good 1v1 chance as well. So, you know, they went to Burnley and considering Burnley have conceded hardly anything. Give Burnley a good game, and they should have won it. So, as good as they are at home as they are, their away travels for every team is more difficult on the road. But if you judge them especially by their last away game, they're in good form. They have a real belief, which, when teams are winning every week, that's what it gives you. So it will be, as all games are, but it will be a game where we have to be our very best.
You were pretty close with them when you played at the Stadium of Light earlier in the season. Are you still taking heart from the fact you've been in pretty much every game this campaign?
Yeah, well, I'm taking heart from a lot of things. And yeah, you're right, we did okay there, apart from, when Bellingham hit a 30-yard screamer, which is, not much you can do about. And we have to be really good, at home especially, and, I need the fans to be nice and loud for them on a Tuesday night, because the lads are going to need it. But they just feel like in moments at the moment we aren't so much taking ours, and we'll be being punished on the ones we concede. So for the majority of the game, I like what we're seeing, but we're on a run where we need to shut the door on it, really. That's the truth. We need to get a positive result tomorrow night, a positive result on Saturday, to sort of turn down this slump in results. I mean, like I said, I've said this loads of times, but I think there's been portions of each game of the last 5 or 6 that I've really liked, but fundamentally we have gone a bit goal shy, and that's the thing that we need to address, among other things. And then hopefully our form will turn. It just takes one game, and then you're off and running again. But hopefully that will be tomorrow night.
Well, the Championship table tells us a little about the size of the task facing Paul Warne and his players tonight. Sunderland 4th in the Championship, 5 points off top, and right in the mix for automatic promotion. The fight for the 2 remaining playoff places interesting as well. Middlesbrough and Watford currently outside looking in on goal difference alone. The relegation scrap is pretty interesting as well. Derby, unfortunately, right in the thick of it. Plymouth 5 points adrift at the bottom, but closer from Luton up. There is a chance Derby could drop into the bottom 3 tonight. And no chance for Sunderland to move into the top 2 this evening, though they could move within just a point of Sheffield United for the second automatic promotion spot. Their coach, Régis Le Bris, arrived at the Stadium of Light in the summer. Here he is ahead of his first visit to Pride Park.
Yeah, sure, it will be a tough game, another tough game, another opponent. And we have to be very respectful about all the teams in that league, because even if they can have some difficult periods, they are still able to beat every other team. So they are really intense. They can play different options, and in open play, in chaotic situation, they are doing very well. So it will be another tough game, and if we don't play at our best level, it will be tough. So our main concern, our main focus is to be really focus on the way we want to play that game, and especially our finishing zone, because I think we can create many chances, but at the end, if we score, I think the game is solved. But if we don't score, it's still open. And for example, at Stoke, it happened on maybe 2 or 3 or 4 situations like that in the last 10 or 12 days, games away.
Tonight, Sunderland will be most concerned by Sheffield United's visit to Swansea. Derby will keep an eye on Queen's Park Rangers' trip to Hull, Luton's game at Oxford, and certainly the 8 o'clock game at the Den, where Millwall host Cardiff. Yeah, 2 of the bottom 3 play tomorrow night. Tonight at Pride Park, it's all about Derby County against Sunderland here. Eiran Cashin was back from injury, and in the Derby side to face Watford at the weekend. Been a frustrating couple of weeks on the sidelines for Cash.
Yeah, obviously delighted to be back out there, get back in front of the fans and get playing again. Obviously, weren't the best. Like you say, circumstances. I weren't sure if I was quite ready, but with a few injuries and that, I was desperate to play. And yeah, it was nice to get out there.
I know you hate not being involved. I've always sort of assumed you would be a nightmare when you're injured.
Yeah, I've been a headache for some of the physios and for the coaching staff really. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the only way you can be as a footballer. You know, it's what we're paid to do, is to get out there and play. So when I'm not, you know, I'm frustrated, and so yeah, just happy to be back out there.
How difficult is that dilemma? Because I suppose the manager wants you to play, but he wants to make sure that he's looking after you. You want to play. The medical staff want you out there, but you know, how do you sort of manage everything like that?
By moaning at everyone. No, but yeah, there's lots of things you have to think, especially with all the technology now in the game and all the science and all that. So the medical staff definitely have their own say in it. But like for me, I just want to play as much as I can every minute of every game really. So it's frustrating. I mean, it was nice over Christmas. Got managed to spend a bit more time with family and stuff, which is the other side of it. But I'd much rather be out playing, I'll be honest.
Is it particularly frustrating when the team's going through a difficult spell without you? Is that a feeling of helplessness?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we had a tough run of fixtures and tough results, and you know, you sort of feel a bit helpless when you're out there, and you feel like, you know, you're not in there digging in with the lads. So yeah, that was more frustrating. If we're doing well or whatever, and we're flying, then you know, I won't feel as bad, I won't feel as guilty. But because I weren't in there with the lads, it was definitely more difficult to take. So yeah, just got to come back in now and, you know, sort of get us going again, and bring that confidence back. It's
not a good run, we all know that. You know that group better than anyone. Tell me what it's like in that dressing room. How is the mood at the moment?
Yeah, listen, obviously we're down, we're disappointed and we're frustrated with ourselves because, you know, we want to get up the league, we want to win games, we want to get performances together, but it's down to us really, and you know, we're tightening up on our standards around the club, around the training ground, day in, day out, and working on things that we need to get better. So I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to the next few weeks, because this is where we're going to see our character, see, you know, especially for myself coming in, you know, I'm going to have to see what it's like and have to step up, I guess.
Big game on Tuesday night against Sunderland, but I always get the feeling at Pride Park you've got a result in you. Tell me about how it is to play there and how the supporters are with you at home as well.
Yeah, absolutely. When the support gets behind us and, you know, start cheering us on, it's a really tough place to go, even for someone like Sunderland, who also got a big fan base. But yeah, we just need to make sure we're all at it, and for us as players, we need to give something for the fans to get behind. I think that's a big thing, especially nice and early, whether it's being positive, a big tackle, or whether it's, you know, getting chances and, you know, really spurring the whole stadium on. But yeah, when the fans do get behind us, it's like a 12th man. So yeah, we really need more of that, and I think, you know, it's hard when it gets difficult. You know, the fans can go either way, and I understand the frustration at times, but it's one of them. We just have to get through it together, you know. This club's been through a lot of tough times, so we all know that, but you know, it just goes to show, when you put it into perspective, it's not that tougher time at the minute. You know, we've lost a few games that, you know, we're disappointed of losing, but we just got to make sure, you know, one win and we're back at it, and we're, you know, there's a different feel around the place, and we're going back up the league and we're looking upwards. So yeah, it's important game, but it's 3 points.
That's Eiran Cashin, and this has been the build-up tonight at Pride Park Stadium. It's Derby County against Sunderland, and you can watch it on RamsTV. Overseas viewers, get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. I'll see you later for Matchday Live. Till then, goodbye.